Hey everyone, and welcome! Today, we are going to build something truly incredible together. We're not talking about bricks and mortar here, we're talking about skills and knowledge. Think of this as your own personal toolkit, your ultimate guide to building a happy, healthy, and successful life. So let's get to it.
So let's start with a question. What is the real difference between a house and a home? Now, I know it sounds simple, right? But the answer is the entire foundation for everything we're going to talk about today. It's the difference between just a physical structure and a place where your life really, truly happens. And you're going to want to stick with me on this because by the end, you'll not only know the answer, you'll have the blueprint to build your own.
All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to start with the blueprint, really getting what a home is. Then we'll get into laying the physical foundation. After that, we'll talk about fueling your life, managing your resources with a toolkit, and finally, how to live in harmony. Think of it as a step-by-step guide to building a life you absolutely love. Every single section is a crucial piece of the puzzle.
All right, let's dive right into our first section, the blueprint. Before any builder can even think about starting, they need a plan. And our plan starts with understanding that what we're creating here, it's so much more than just a physical space. And this really gets to the heart of it all. A house, well, that's just a structure of cement, stone, wood. Anyone with the right materials can build that. But a home is different. A home is where you feel safe, where you feel like you belong, where you share love and create all those memories. And building that takes a special set of skills, the very ones we're putting in our toolkit today.
Okay, let's get building. Moving on to section 2, we're laying the foundation. Every single great structure out there needs a solid foundation to stand on. And for us, we're talking about the physical space itself, the house part of our home. This is the base, and everything else is going to rest on top of it.
A home does way more than just keep the rain out. It serves 4 key functions. First off, it's protective. It's our shelter, our security. Second, it's economic. It holds financial value. Third, and this is a big one, it's educative. It's our very first school where we learn our values and develop our personalities. And finally, it's social. It's the hub for all our family interactions and where we feel like we belong.
And you know what? Where you build matters just as much as how you build. A good location, a good site, needs more than just firm soil for a strong foundation. It also needs a supportive environment, right? A developed neighborhood with easy access to essentials like schools, hospitals, and markets. See, the foundation of your life, it's not just the dirt under your feet. It's everything that's built up around you.
So, with that foundation laid, we can move on to section 3, fueling your life. A house is just an empty shell without life inside it. This section is all about what powers that life. Our health, our wellness, and the environment we live in. And that environment can either be our biggest supporter or our biggest challenge.
And one of the biggest challenges to our health, for sure, is pollution. The definition itself is pretty simple. It's anything that makes our environment, our air, our water, our soil, impure. And those impurities, we call them pollutants. Just think about it like this. You've got a perfectly clear glass of water. Now you add one tiny drop of black ink. That ink is the pollutant, and it can seriously mess up our well-being.
And what's really interesting here is that pollution isn't just one single thing. It comes from all over. On one hand, you've got natural sources like volcanoes, but then you have all the man-made stuff, smoke from combustion, industrial waste, pesticides from farming, even the solvents that come from things like spray paint. Understanding where it's all coming from is really the first step to fighting back.
Okay, when it comes to our health, it is absolutely vital to know what we're up against. Diseases generally fall into 2 main categories. Over on one side, you have communicable diseases. These are the ones that spread from person to person, usually caused by germs. Then on the other side, you have lifestyle diseases, which develop because of our habits, how we eat and live. This is such a critical distinction. One type we have to protect ourselves from. The other, we can actually prevent with healthy choices.
This brings us to a really, really important topic, HIV. Now, you can see the 4 specific ways it's transmitted, but this is so important, so listen up. Let's talk about how it's not spread. You cannot get HIV from shaking hands, you can't get it from sharing a plate, or using the same toilet, or from a cough or a sneeze. It is not spread through casual, everyday contact. Knowledge is our best weapon here. It fights both the disease and the harmful stigma that surrounds it.
All right, section 4. This is where we open up the toolkit. We've got our structure, and we know how to fuel it.
Now we need the tools to actually manage it day to day. And let me tell you, the three most precious resources you will ever have are time, energy, and money. So let's learn how to master them.
Time. It can feel like it's always slipping away from us, but you can absolutely manage it. This simple 4-step process is your guide. First, just list out everything you need to get done. Second, group those tasks. Some are flexible, like doing laundry, and some are inflexible, like your math class. Third, estimate how long each one is going to take. And finally, balance it all out so it actually fits into a 24-hour day. Let's just run through that one more time because it's that important. List, group, estimate, and balance. This is a total game changer for cutting down stress, especially around exam time.
Now for money. This right here, this is the golden rule, the one formula you need to remember. It's not just income equals expenditure. A truly healthy financial life means your income covers what you spend and leaves room for saving. This is the goal. This is what every budget should be aiming for. Saving isn't just what's left over at the end of the month. It's a planned part of your spending.
So how do we actually get there? With a spending plan. I know, spending plan can sound a little intimidating, right? But trust me, it's just 5 simple logical steps. 1, figure out your total income. 2, list out all your needs and wants. 3, prioritize them. What's most important? 4, assign your money to those priorities. And 5, balance the budget. That's it. Let's say it again. Find your income, list needs, prioritize, allocate, and balance. This simple plan puts you in control.
And that brings us to our final section. And honestly, it might be the most important one of all. Living in harmony. We've got the house, we've got the fuel, and we've got the tools. But what really, truly makes it a home? It's the people. It's the relationships and the values that fill that space. This is all about personal growth and our bonds with each other. You know, families, just like people, grow and change over time. You can kind of think of it in 3 basic stages. It all starts with the beginning stage, when a couple gets together and starts their life. Then comes the expanding stage, which starts with the arrival of kids and all the new responsibilities that come with that. And finally, you have the contracting stage. This is when the kids grow up and leave home and the couple enters a whole new phase of life. Understanding these stages helps us navigate the changes in any family. Now, I'm guessing for a lot of you listening, this is exactly where you are right now. Adolescence. It's that transition period between childhood and adulthood. And it is a time of massive, massive change, physically, emotionally, socially. I know it can be challenging, but it is also the time where you are actively building the person you are going to become. It is such a powerful time in your life. So how do you build that person, your character? Well, it starts with understanding the difference between values and ethics. Think of it like this. Your values are your internal compass. They're what you believe in deep down, the what. For example, maybe one of your core values is honesty. Now, your ethics, that's how you use that compass in the real world, especially when things get tough. That's the how. So if you find a wallet on the ground, your value of honesty is being tested. Your ethics are what make you act, what make you turn it in. Values are the map, ethics is the journey you take. So, there you have it, the blueprint for what a home truly is. The knowledge to lay a solid foundation and fuel your life. The complete toolkit to manage your time, energy, and money. And the wisdom to live in harmony. The blueprint is in your hands. The tools are right there in front of you. The materials are all here. So the only question left, and it's the most important one, is what kind of life will you build?